Hello, friends around the world, and welcome to the program, Caravan to Midnight, DEF CON 2.0. Could we just talk for a minute? Okay, good. I was wanting to find the article that appeared on the Drudge Report. Alexander Soros, George Soros's son, and his statement about the hate that is consuming us. Well, first of all, I have to be careful with the vitriol because really I don't have enough negatives in my arsenal of negatives to hurl at these people. These people make me want to hurl and also hurl insults. Things like, well, Alexander, I know you're in the world. I know you can't help being who you are, nor who's in your lineage, but your whole family is living proof that pregnancy is possible through sodomy. Now, he wants to talk about the hate that's consuming us all. Well, Georgie Porgy has fomented much of it. And you're just as big a hypocrite as he is. Worse even, because you should have learned something by now, shouldn't you? But you haven't. So now the empathy card is being played, folks. Don't you feel sorry for the poor little leftists who were the recipients of all these explosive devices? Oh, wow, but none of them went off. So who sent them? My opinion is other leftists. The empathy card said they're trying to hurt us. They're trying to hurt us. And Trump has created this environment of vitriol and hate. No, he didn't. You did. All Mr. Trump did was speak the truth. You're a bunch of low-life, hypocritical, communist leeches. We're going to destroy you. We're going to destroy you the easy way, or if you insist, we'll destroy you the hard way, but you're going to be destroyed. Now, I'm looking around for this article, which dropped off the Drudge scope. People deny it, but virtually everybody goes to Drudge Report to take a look and see what is there, because it's this huge aggregate site of all these other sites, links to sites all over the world. You never know what you're going to get when you click the link. Oh, you find out after you click it what the source is. And I'm looking around for this article, which has gone away, and I came up with one, and I find this very interesting. Why Populists Hate George Soros and How It Started, by Melik Kaylan, or Kylan, M-E-L-I-K, last name K-A-Y-L-A-N. I cover conflicts, frontiers, and upheavals mired in history. Oh, a subgenius, I get it. Why don't you come up with something else, because that is, that's vacuous, pal. And so is your article from March 1st of this year, and it's the same stuff. Most recently, it was Hungary's Minister of Agriculture, in the middle of a speech notable for its highly idiosyncratic logic. He announced to a hall of loyalists that, wait for it, George Soros wants Hungarians to eat insects. This according to a news report that tries and fails to elucidate the minister's reasoning. His argument had something to do with GMO food, Soros's lefty Hollywood friends, and the dietary habits of migrants, all working in tandem to undermine the Hungarian way of life. Well, that's exactly why George Soros doesn't set foot in Hungary, because he'll be arrested immediately. Now, this comes from Forbes, Forbes.com. And what is it across the top? It says Forbes, and then billionaires, innovation, leadership, money, consumer, industry, lifestyle, featured, brand, voice, and lists. Number one, to the right of the name Forbes, is billionaires. All right. Poor George Soros, and his Open Societies Foundation, and his Black Lives Matter movement. And there's another one called Synchrony, S-Y-N-C-H-R-O-N-Y. They're getting a big piece, if not the biggest piece, of, wait for it, as Melik said, PayPal. PayPal accounts are being shut down that provide the operators of certain sites with their living. Shut them down. These people are desperate. And this whole bomb nonsense, oh, Cuomo's going to send the National Guard. And do what? Stand around and make you look good make you look like you're some sort of a leader, make you look like you're some sort of a man. You're not. You're a worm. You haven't got the brains of an amoeba. De Blasio and Cuomo, the mayor and governor, respectively, I can't tell them apart. They come from the same moron factory. Wasn't it Cuomo who was lying down with the victims of the shootings, pretending to be dead? Isn't he the moron idiot that got up there and said, I am an African American, I am a Jew, I'm gay, I'm this? These people are unhinged. Look, just because somebody has a lot of money doesn't mean they got a lot of brain power. I think we need to revert to the original meaning of the golden rule, do unto others as you would have them do unto you, rather than he who has the gold makes the rules. That's the golden rule version that these pukes embrace. So let's just read these headlines. We go down the page. 1 day ago, New York Times, opinion, Alexander Soros, the hate that is consuming us, right? Then dailymail.co.uk, George Soros' son says Trump's campaign is partially to blame for ... Then MarketWatch, George Soros' son, under Trump, the genie was let out of the bottle. Here's TERT.am, TERT.am. Billionaire George Soros' son suggests and blames Trump for bombs. It's president's fault, says son of Soros. That's pressreader.com, UK. What did we expect? The left asks. Politically, Georgia. Well, first of all, I say again, John Brennan's on the list. Robert De Niro's on the list. Maxine spitting corn, watermelon seeds, and bubbling in her saliva waters is on the list. The great, His Excellency, President Obama, he was on the list also. And George Soros was on the list. There's a picture of his house. It purports to be his house. It didn't look like any kind of a security compound to me. It looks like an aerial view of somebody's house. Maybe it's one of Soros's guest houses. It's a pretty big house, very close to a road. So look at the rats run. Like a bunch of rats that took over your kitchen, and you come in the middle of the night and flip on the switch, and they all stare and then run for the exits. And now, they have to blame President Trump. President Trump didn't do a thing except aid you in revealing yourselves for what you are. A bunch of low-life, murdering, lying, duplicitous, hypocritical communists. You're killers. You're thieves. And we're going to destroy you. Hopefully, you'll save us the trouble and just finish yourselves off. But the only way for any of you to salvage any honor is to do the honorable thing and just drink the hemlock. That's what you should do. You really should. You are a disgrace to whatever race you belong to. The Cory Bookers and the Perez's and the Ellisons and this half-wit kid who was involved in a drunk driving accident, then tried to flee the scene. There are rumors there's a burglary charge on his record too. That would be Beto O'Rourke, who was nicknamed that so he could trick Mexicans into thinking he had some extra sympathy for them. The other moron who looks just exactly like photographs we've seen of Saddam Hussein, remember Vicente Fox? Question. I've asked it before. What kind of a name is Fox for a Mexican? Senior Fox. He hopes that every Mexican will vote for Beto. Oh, Beto, I said. Stupid Beto. Hey, you Beto. I don't know about you, but I'm sick of it. I really, really am. Now get this. A caravaner messaged us and said she cannot even post the words Operation Classified, our conference on the 9th, 10th, and 11th of November. It's getting here quickly. I got some news for you on that too. I'm pretty sure you're going to want to hear this. Page got closed down. I received an email from a caravaner in Norway, and it went like this. John B., our smartphones, even our dumb phones, our computers have all been hacked. The government is doing it. We can no longer follow your show. You know, I take that as a badge of honor. That Caravan to Midnight so threatens the establishment all the way to Norway that they would keep their citizens from being able to view the program. If anyone doubts that this is a totalitarian takeover of the entire world, think again. You may not know this, but you are living in absolutely the most dangerous and exciting time that anyone has ever lived through since World War II. And it only cost 100 million lives worldwide. And Joe Stalin killed another 50 million of his own. These things happen. Yes, they do. You know why they happen? Because strong, able, intelligent, good people let it happen. Well, we're not letting the destruction of our republic happen. And we are supporting the financially ruined former National Security Advisor, Lieutenant General Michael T. Flynn. We are supporting him at Operation Classified. I cannot believe the level of censorship. You know, we have a pretty good reach. We do have reach into over 160 countries. But still, it's not as much as some outfits. Outfits which are losing their PayPal accounts, even some of the other payment gateways, they just don't process the payments. Which is why I say the best way to join Caravan is just send a check. As soon as we get it, and your email address is on there with some contact information, which we will never, ever, under any circumstances, sell to anyone. And if someone demands it, we'll simply hit delete and it'll be gone. Hey, you know, if I'm going to be spied on or investigated or anything else with my own money, I expect them to work for it. I'm not going to make it easy for them at all. We have a plan. We have a plan B. We have a plan C. And D, E, F, and G. On and on and on until we get to the end of the alphabet. And then we start with plan A1, and then B1, and B2, and B3, and B4. This is all the way to out of control. Now, I predict what's going to happen in these midterm elections. If everybody will go and vote, the Democrat Party, which really no longer exists in the form that we once thought it existed in, will be crushed. It is revealed over and over and over again that the Democrat Party that we thought we knew hasn't existed for a long time. And so we need to finish them off. And we will finish them off. Everybody's phone, everybody's computer, everything else is blowing up at the headquarters of Caravan to Midnight. This is absolutely extraordinary. But look, I want to tell you something before we get too far down the road here. For those who cannot make it to Operation Classified, in Grapevine, Texas, in Dallas, Texas, it's bigger. Grapevine, where's that? I get it. Well, Grapevine is just a suburb to the west of Dallas proper, but it's just a very short drive from DFW International Airport. It's also a short drive from Love Field, the two main airports that serve this area. There's Alliance and a couple other ones, but DFW International and Love Field, those are the big ones. Now, this live stream that we're putting together for people who absolutely cannot make it in person is very, very cost effective, and there's a special deal for you on this. Now, look, if you can make it to the conference, but you can only make it for a day, come to the Black Tie Ball on Sunday. I can't say who's going to be there, but I can say that you won't be disappointed. How's that? But if you absolutely, positively cannot make it, but you'd still like to enjoy the conference, here's a breakdown of the live stream. Here's what's written right there at caravantomidnight.com. It'll be up at operationclassified.com by the time you're seeing this. I mean, this that we're doing right now. Live streaming only. Access to the Operation Classified live streaming event so you won't miss a single minute of the event. $125 US. Option 2. 1-year subscription to Caravan to Midnight and access to the Operation Classified live streaming event so you won't miss a single minute of the event. $95. A single subscription to Caravan to Midnight is $60. And you get over 1,000 programs already in archive. Actually, moving up to 1,200 programs, actually, if you include the Saturday night ARC Midnight radio program, the terrestrial radio adjunct of Caravan to Midnight, the video show. You roll that in, we're at almost 1,200. $95. So, well, and if you're already a Caravan to Midnight member, $28. $28 for a live stream of the entire conference. An assembly of speakers. It'll happen one time and one time only. And it's November 9, 10, and 11. What are you worried about? Don't be afraid. Come on down to Dallas. It's going to be great. Stuart Rhodes and the Oath Keepers will be there and all over the place. Mike Adams will be there. Anthony Schafer, Lieutenant Colonel Anthony Schafer will be there. General Flynn's brother Joe will be there. And some other people, I can't say who they are just yet. It's called Operation Classified for a reason. You see now, you know, we launched this. I remember when the counter came up on the website, it was like 150 some odd days until Operation Classified, right? My biggest problem has been, I'm serious about this, over the course of my life, that I've been a little bit too soon for many of the seminal events that I have borne witness to or have actually been a part of in my life. When Operation Classified was named, I understood, as did Brendy, Ghost, JR, Jessica, Julie, Lizzie, Olas, and many more. We knew, we didn't talk about it, but we knew that we were at the beginning of the choking down of information and the choking down of the money supply to the people who are trying to run an operation to keep the information flowing. And that's why we had to keep a lot of this covered up. If we cannot even have someone who knows us, let alone us, just someone who knows us, just a caravaner, wanted to help spread the word about Operation Classified. She didn't drop a bunch of F-bombs and this and that and the other. She just made mention of it. The whole channel got closed down. We knew that the choking down was going to occur. And I'll tell you, just between ourselves, the choking down has been going on for a long time. We've had multitudes, a legion of gremlins attacking everything from the site structure to the actual connections, the app, the individual computers and devices inside our offices and studios. We've had all of this stuff messed with for years. But we don't whine about it. We don't go out there going, I'm a victim. Make me relevant. Make me relevant. Please make me relevant. I need relevance so bad. I don't care about relevance, but personally, the relevance is going to be the information that we get out there to you. Find value in it. That's the relevance. It's not just because we're sitting in this chair or that chair over there here at the studios. I mean, I know you get this, but I just want to say it. It's not about us. Without you and your interest in this information, there is no us. There's no raison d'etre, as the French would say. There's no reason for being. But the raison d'etre is becoming more and more clear, which is why when somebody like Bill Miker comes on the program, which he did from Hong Kong, and ratted out the whole system. When I say ratted out, I don't mean he was the rat. He exposed the rats. And George Soros, he's just the figurehead. He's the bag man. George Soros is the bag man for the rest of these operators on the leftist communist. What would you call it? Front. Soros is the bag man. Well, the bag man is just as guilty as the big boss. Who the big boss is, we'll find out. Are there bankers involved? You bet. Government involved? Absolutely. Intelligence services? Certainly. And deluded, useful, idiot citizens, the bigger fools who follow the fools who have assumed positions of leadership. So take advantage. If you cannot make it to Dallas, if you cannot show with your physical presence support for General Michael Flynn. Michael Flynn had the goods on all of the stuff that happened in Benghazi and ever so much more. If General Flynn were National Security Advisor today, Mr. Trump probably would have already federalized the National Guard. Now we're going to have to send combat units down there. Do we think for one moment that this is an accident? Look, I know I sound like a broken record, but I want everybody to get this. Do we really think that all those people got the idea to come to the United States on the same day? And why are they carrying Guatemalan flags and Honduran flags and Mexican flags and all of that? It's invasion, nothing else. They want to destroy this country. Barack Obama, that scumbag, horrible excuse of a president, he's a loving father. Okay. I hope he is. I don't think he and his wife are at all what they generally appear to be. I believe they are what they appear to be to me, which is a gay couple, including a transsexual, and maybe not even a transsexual, just somebody who likes to wear feminine garb. I think we had a gay couple in the White House the whole 8 years. Look it up on YouTube. Just look for Michelle Obama leaving dormitory, and you'll see the Suburbans parked around. Just look. The thing about it is we've been hit with so much stuff that if we find out that Michelle Obama is actually Michael Obama and is as well endowed as John Holmes from the old porn movies days, we're so numb by everything that's going on now, that's not a big deal anymore. I think on a subconscious level, most of us already know what we had in the White House. What other reason could there be to light up the White House in gay rainbow colors? Why would you do such a thing? Why? Celebrate abortion. Yes, look, this woman just had her son or her daughter vacuumed out of her belly. The child is dead, but it's not a total loss because we're going to sell its parts to waiting buyers. Well, don't you believe in women's rights? Yeah. I think any woman is entitled to have an abortion if she wants to. I think the rest of us should feel sorry for her that she felt compelled to do that. I think we should pray for her, that she may be relieved of the circumstances that would cause her to make such a decision. You know, it takes a license to catch a fish. But anybody can go out and create a human. And at that point, the father, the sperm donor, is free to go on about his business, just abandon the mother and child. They do it all the time. Happens all the time. You cannot enforce morality, but just so far. It's illegal to commit murder. People do it. It's illegal to steal, but people do it. It's illegal to deal drugs. People do it. It's illegal to take some drugs, and people do it. It's illegal to drive drunk. People do it. People have to take responsibility for themselves. I know it's a just disgustingly worn out expression. But accepting the responsibility for your own actions, that's part of the human experience in a civilized society. What's the alternative? Well, if there's no money in a well-ordered, law-abiding society, then let's look at it the other way. Is there money in a lawless society? In an amoral society, you bet. We need prison reform. Yeah, but you're going to have to tell a lot of people that they're not going to be making any more money from privatized prisons. Last time I heard a number on this, it's around $30,000 per year per inmate. Do the math on that. Which of those corporations, like what is it, corrections, isn't it CCA, Correction Corporation of America, something? You're going to tell them, sorry, we've decriminalized so many minor crimes. We don't really need you in business anymore. Think they're going to go easy? Or do we think that at an extreme, now that under the Clinton administration, the omnibus crime bill was passed, effectively putting you in a position of committing 3 felonies per day, and you don't even know it. Let's jump around a little bit. Look what they did to Brett Kavanaugh. He's Supreme Court Justice. It's a Democrat. When we take back over the Congress, we're going to impeach Kavanaugh. Really? Was it over the pedophilia that you on the left? Oh yeah, sure, some on the right too, but mostly, by and large, on the left. Whores, pedophilia, homosexuality, any of that stuff? That's all right. But he threw a piece of ice at somebody, and then some moron named Christine Blasey Ford shows up looking like a moron, talking in a little scratchy voice. I was a victim. I'm not really sure what happened or when or who did it. I mean, I know he did it, but I don't know what happened or where I was or anything. And what a lying sack of dung. I don't feel sorry for that person. I want to, but I can't. Well, she's an MK Ultra victim. Well, I guess she was hanging around with the wrong crowd. Or she didn't go to somebody for help. Or she didn't call a cop. Didn't call a lawyer. Didn't call a parent. Didn't have a parent call a parent. None of that. It's all a lie. These people play on your emotions because they cannot play on your mind. Your mind knows them for exactly what they are. Your heart, if it gets hit hard enough, often enough, your heart will soften. And that thing about the scorpion that talked the turtle into giving it a ride across the river there, and the turtle goes, I can't do that. You're a scorpion. You'll sting me. You'll kill me. No, I won't. I really won't. I really need a ride. I need to get back to my scorpion family, and I can't swim. I need your help. And the turtle thinks about it and goes, okay. Well, it's 6 feet from the shore. A stinging scorpion goes, wham. And the turtle says, Scorpion, you stung me. You told me you wouldn't, and you stung me. Now we're both going to drown. Why'd you do that? Answer? Because that's just the kind of an SOB I am. I'm a scorpion. This is what I do. This is the left. This is the evil communist left. This person killed that other person viciously and savagely. Why? They were delusional. Oh, well, in that case, let them go. No. Can't let them go. Because if you do, they're going to get delusional on somebody else. Maybe your daughter, maybe your son, your wife, your husband, your sister, your brother, your father, your mother, your uncle, your aunt. We have to take responsibility not only for our own actions, but also for their actions. We have to, as law-abiding citizens, take some responsibility for the actions of criminals. How do we do that? Remove them from society so they can't do it again. Is it up to us to mete out punishment? No, we got people for that. But what we can do is make sure we have the proper judges in there, judges who love the law. Yeah, it didn't escape my notice that Justice Kavanaugh's affiliations, associations, relations, friendships, acquaintances, whatever, go back to the Bush administration, all the way back to the Clinton administration, the Vince Foster this, the 9/11 that. I get all of that. But if you have somebody who follows the Constitution, you read his rulings, you find out that he follows the law. Well, which is easier by way of a method to change a corrupt system of any kind? Hit it from the outside or get somebody on the inside? I saw Brett Kavanaugh's wife. I saw his little girls. They didn't look all traumatized, like the next door neighbor's wife, the Marine, and what was it, American Beauty with Kevin Spacey, who apparently is beating the rap on that sexual misconduct allegation. Haven't heard another word about it. Look how all this stuff pops up and then goes away. It was Russian collusion, Russian collusion. Then it was, sex gate or whatever. Everything is a gate, right? All these people harassing actresses. Oh, well, like that's new. Oh, well, they're also in a homosexual manner. Some of them are harassing heterosexual men and pulling them into it. Yeah, like this is something new. Hashtag me too. Why didn't you sing out? I'll tell you why you didn't sing out. Because you thought more of your career and your bank account than you did of your body, your reputation, or your self-respect. Look, it's just a harsh reality. Am I holding the moral high ground? No, I've made plenty of mistakes myself. But I only make them once. I don't do it again. Somebody steals, I'm going to say you stole. Somebody kills, I'm going to say you're a murderer. If somebody lies, I'm going to say you're a liar. If somebody cheats, I'm going to say you cheated. Oh, that's okay. We're all human. Yeah, that goes without saying. We're all human. Human nature is what we're here to overcome. You agree? You have to work on that. There's only one perfect man who ever walked the face of the earth. Jesus, the Christ. That's it. The rest of us are flawed. We make mistakes. It's understood. We're going to make mistakes. No matter how hard we try, we're going to do it. But the first step towards salvation is recognizing that we're going to do it. That doesn't mean you get a free pass. Like, well, if I'm going to be forgiven anyway, I might as well just sin all I want to. No. That goes to intention. We're talking about things that you do that you didn't really know were wrong to do, or that you wound up doing something wrong, but you did not intend to. Intention is important. So, as now you're all racists, you're all bigots, you're all xenophobes. You hate, you're haters. Remember, we had a guest on recently who said the Romans had a name for the Christians back in those ancient days. They called them the haters. That's why the word hypocrite and the word hypocrisy is featured so prominently in Scripture, because it's a big deal. You say one thing, you do another. So look, let's just finish the Democrat Party in its current form off right now. Did you send anybody a bomb? No. Did I? Certainly not. Would you? No. If you have a beef with a person, do you wait till they go into the store and then go out and rake your key down the side of their car? Or do you just walk up to the person and say, hey, I have a problem with you. Can we discuss it? A coward keys the car. A person of substance goes to the problem and talks through it. A rational, fully evolved person has a nice balance between mind, body, and spirit. So naturally, if you're set upon by someone that's not going to do any talking, they want to do some beating, you're going to make sure that you can protect yourself, defend yourself, take them down rather than you being taken down. That does not make you an aggressor. Not at all. The one who attacks, the one who provokes, that's the aggressor. And the political climate we're experiencing now, these leftist, Democrat, liberal, progressive, Marxist, social democrat scumbags need to be taken down to the curb and wailed on the way Joe Pesci did, that guy who insulted him in Goodfellas. Just wail on them until they are, figuratively speaking, bleeding and crying and regretting the positions that they took, which resulted in the bleeding and crying. Of course, this was the obvious card to play. They're attacking us. We're just trying to do what's right for everybody, and they're just attacking us. They're sending us bombs and calling us names. These people have done nothing but plant bombs. Bill Ayers, you lying piece of... Come on my program, lie like that. I hope you get an earwig. Yeah. Barack Obama's career spawned right there in Bill Ayers' living room. Bill Ayers, the communist. And have you noticed ever since your humble narrator and talk show host, Jambi, started singing about communism, have you noticed how frequently the word is being used now without embarrassment, without reticence, without reluctance? They're just saying it. These people are communists because they are. Now, every revolution begins with one voice. Why not yours? Why not yours? Don't forget about the live stream. Try to make it to the conference. Just show up. Even if you can only come for one day. Come on down to the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Come to Grapevine, Texas. Food's great. I can't say about the weather. I have never seen this much rain at this time of year. As far as August is concerned, you might get a shower, some crazy thunderstorm or something. It's been raining here continuously, almost continuously for 2 solid months. So I'm thinking it's going to be a pretty cold winter. I've said earlier, the weather's going to be great. No, I'm not so sure about that. Then we did that program on the grand solar minimum, and I think we may be a little bit frosty. But so what? We have coats and jackets and thick socks and boots, and we got a heater that's going to be running there in the convention hall. You'll be fine, and you'll be in great company. You really will. Photographs and conversations and breakout rooms and a live stream and some great, great, great speakers. And much of this information is never going to be released over the public airwaves. It's never going to be released to the public. It's not. That's why we called it Operation Classified. It wasn't to be cutesy. It's a message. When all of you come, you will leave that conference, and if each one of you spreads it to another 10, 15 people, 5 people, 2 people, and they spread it, and they spread it, and they spread it, before long we've got a movement. Well, what do we really want? We want to live like free men and women. That's what. We don't want to be told what to do by a bunch of unaccountable criminal politicians that we just cannot shift out of their jobs. As soon as we get this midterm thing sorted out, the next thing we need to push hard for is term limits. And get these mugs out of here. But first, crush the communist left. Destroy the Democrat Party. Maybe it can rebuild itself into the party that was the champion of the working man and woman. It isn't now. They're champions only of themselves and their lackeys and their friends. And they don't care about anybody else, not one, after they've cast that vote for them. Stop casting votes for them. Hey, Doc, it hurts when I do this. Well, stop doing that. This is not hard. And I know you're going to do the right thing. I know that you're going to cowboy and cowgirl up and get this thing done. And I want to see you in November at Operation Classified. Take advantage of the deal. You can't beat that with a stick. Seriously? $95? $95. Your subscription to Caravan to Midnight and the live stream. Can't beat it. So join it and stand by.